So I'm pumped about it. I'm amped about it. What we're going to see is we're going to talk about for a long time the return of BJ Penn. Yes, the return of BJ Penn. Not only the return of BJ Penn, Dana White says that BJ Penn has taken the time off that he needs. He feels reinvigorated. He feels like he has a fighting spirit back in him, so he's ready to get going in this 145-pound weight division, which I think BJ Penn would sparkle and shine at. Look what he did at 155. I think BJ Penn can hold it down as the best lightweight that's ever been. In my opinion, BJ Penn is still, to this day, the best lightweight that the UFC has ever had. So, what can you do at 145? We're going to see. We're going to see Frankie Edgar and BJ Penn throw down, and there's nothing more that I'm looking forward to this year, maybe early next year, than that fight alone. The best season of The Ultimate Fighter I've ever seen was TUF 5. And off that season came Manny Gambiardi, Joe Lozon, Cole Miller, Nate Diaz. Just names galore. Every single exciting fight. Gray Maynard, Rob Emerson. Just the names go on and on and on. Everyone you saw from that show pretty much is still fighting in the UFC today. If they're not fighting UFC, they're fighting in some sort of other organization. BJ Penn and Frankie Edgar will be coaching the next season of The Ultimate Fighter. The Ultimate Fighter 19 will be coached by BJ Penn and Frankie Edgar. The way this went down was BJ Penn actually said something to Dana White via text, and I saw this on UFC Tonight. He said he wants to fight Ben Henderson, and he wants the quickest route there, and the quickest route there would obviously be work his way back up to a title shot. BJ Penn has been talked about for a while, a comeback, and this would be one hell of a comeback if he gets a shot at Ben Henderson. So Ben Henderson not being the champion anymore, he said, what about Frankie Edgar? And he took it. And initially it was going to be Frankie Edgar and Uriah Faber. Uriah Faber wasn't really crazy about going to 145 pounds. And Frankie Edgar definitely wasn't crazy about dropping down to bantamweight. So the way it matched out, it just leveled out perfectly. And we're going to see a rubber match between Frankie Edgar and BJ Penn. But we're going to see it on a live stage, and we're going to see it every week for 8 weeks through the Ultimate Fighter 19. BJ Penn versus Frankie Edgar coaching. At the end of the season, we're going to see the coaches fight. As always, the rubber match, BJ Penn's back. And not only that, is he signed a multi-fight deal with the UFC. So it's not just going to be a Frankie Edgar fight. If he wins, sure, he's in title contention. But if he doesn't, we're going to see more fights from BJ Penn. So I'm excited. I'm a Penn fan. I'm an Edgar fan. Edgar, from Pennsylvania, or from Jersey, went to school in Pennsylvania, so he's close to me. Huge BJ Penn fan. So yeah, it looks good, and I like it. Tell me if you like it. Leave a comment. Please rate, subscribe. I always keep up, as best I can with updates, news, and especially pay-per-views. Real quick, I have the UFC 165 betting odds. Pat Healy, the underdog, at 2-1 against someone's name that I can't pronounce at all, but he's a 2.5-1 favorite. Kahib Nurmagomedov. If I could show you my phone, then you could take a better stab at it than I could. Francis Carmons, 2-1 underdog against Concefe Philippou, 2-1 favorite. Matt Mitrione, -120. Brandon Shaw, -120. So they're basically even. Well, go figure. Hanan Barao is a 7-1 favorite over former WEC champion Eddie Wineland. Eddie Wineland is staggering in there as a 5-1 underdog under Hanan Barao. Pretty much it's a no-brainer for me. I think Hanan Barao is just going to annihilate this guy. I don't see any way that Eddie Wineland can fit his way into the title picture at all. I don't know how this even came to be. Uriah Faber beat him in a 3-round decision. He didn't finish him. Uriah Faber is a finisher. Didn't finish him, but beat him the fuck up and won the decision. And I just, he deserves a 7-1 favorite. But even bigger, John Jones is facing Alexander Gustafsson on that same card. Gustafsson, is a tall, lanky 205er. Sounds like John Jones. So John Jones versus, it's the black John Jones versus the white John Jones. And I said this when I first started doing videos in my old apartment. I think I had a one-bedroom apartment in the hood. And I said that Gustafson's going to be something someday. You know, Alexander Gustafson's going to be something special. Here he is, title contention. But nonetheless, John Jones, an 8-1 favorite. 8-1 Alexander Gustafson plus 550, which means he's a 5.5 to 1 underdog. So you put $100 down on Gustafson. He wins a fight against John Jones. You turn $100 into $650, friend. But do you see it happening? Do you not? I do not. So let me know what you think. Comment, rate, subscribe. Powers of 101 Nation, MMA. We're all combined. We're all about this, friend. BJ Penn, Frankie Edgar, TUF 19, Alexander Gustafson, John Jones, title fight. 2 titles, one night, UFC 165, 7-1 favorite, an 8-1 favorite. Let me know what you think.